everyone, it's Jacqueline Kromowski with the Herd Book Ag Media, giving you your Moving Iron Ag News update for this next week in April. In our political news this week, the Food and Drug Administration recently issued Guidance number 263, which recommends that sponsors of medically important antimicrobial drugs be able to transfer them to prescription marketing status, thus getting rid of all over-the-counter access. This has been especially concerning to a lot of livestock farmers who rely on a lot of over-the-counter livestock medication. A similar issue came up a few years ago with the veterinary feed directive. However, that specifically referred to medications that were fed. This new issue specifically targets any and all forms of over-the-counter drugs as we currently know them. As we start approaching the midterms, Biden administration is saying that they want to be investing more money in rural Americans, especially in terms of enhancing their health care. Secretary Tom Vilsack was delivering a message about the COVID-19 pandemic, exposing the issues within the rural healthcare infrastructure, and he explained the issue of getting that access and finding more resources for those areas. When speaking, Vilsack announced that the Agriculture Department has awarded $43 million in grants to nearly 100 different rural healthcare providers and other community groups across 22 different states. Right now, the administration is focusing on promoting the benefits of the $1.9 trillion that was in the American Rescue Plan Act and another $1.2 trillion infrastructure specifically targeted at rural Americans. And while we're on the subject of politicians, 72 people, including Ag Secretary Vilsack, tested positive for COVID-19 after attending a dinner in Washington not too long ago. Now moving on to our international news. The current area that is dedicated to transgenic sugarcane is expected to double in Brazil. This will allow the country to enhance even further their increase in market share on the world's sugar crop, which is already pretty substantial. Over in Australia, over 50 hog farms are dealing with some significant losses due to the Japanese encephalitis virus, JEV, which is a mosquito-borne disease that has increased in areas that have suffered from flooding. Demand from China has led a lot of Brazilian beef producers to increase their feedlots and overall beef production, going to about a fourth of the country's overall slaughtered cattle. Right now, the European Union is under some pressure from the United States for not applying the union's health and environmental standards to all of our imported agricultural and food products. Now for our national news, our sunflower acreage throughout the United States is going up significantly due to the issues with the Ukrainian sunflower supply, and this is causing the industry to see some record high prices. The USDA reported not long ago that the North Dakota, Kansas, Texas, and Colorado are hoping to take up leadership in increasing the percentage. Right now, North and South Dakota are at the top for total acres of sunflowers planted. Former Monsanto scientist was recently sentenced to 29 months in prison after he attempted to steal some trade secrets from Monsanto's Climate Corporation in order to give them to China. Well, that wraps you all up for this week. I hope you all have a wonderful Easter weekend. This Ag News Update is brought to you by the Herd Book Ag Media, serving all your agribusiness writing, communication, and media needs. Find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or our company website, the-herdbook.com. Let me know you've heard about us here in Moving Iron and get 20% off your first invoice.